Hey, what up, guys? It's the Bronze Medal Gamer here. I'm actually coming with a video that I got in a YouTube message, I believe it was. Somebody asked, how should I spend my GP at NX? And, I thought, for a lot of people, especially people that don't play very often or are new, they don't, they don't really know how to spend it properly. Or even, they don't know much about the game. So, figured I'd actually, do this video. That'd be fairly easy to do. Just a quick, little commentary. I can fit both in. Recently, Nexon has changed the system for buying guns. You can only buy 7 days now. You used to be able to buy 1 day, which was, in my opinion, a lot more useful. I don't know why they did this. It pretty much, if a new player wants to experiment with guns and see what they like, they cannot do it anymore. And I really wish they would change that back. Hopefully they will, off maybe some forum threads or whatnot. But let's say I wanted to use this M14 for gameplay, an unorthodox gameplay that I want to get for you guys. Well, I can't use that. I mean, I could because I have a tons of GP. I could buy it, but it's going to cost me 7,000. I have like 812,000, so I can pretty much, from GP cases that I bought when I started playing on this account again. But for an average player, that's a ton of GP. For me, it's a ton of GP to be spending on a gun you're going to use, maybe in 1 or 2 games that you're recording on, or maybe that you're trying it out in. So you need to figure out what kind of gun you like. Right off, either, looking in videos, picking them up off the ground. I mean, really, for a new player that only has 20,000 GP, you can't buy guns. If you buy 3 guns, you're gonna be out of GP. So, and it's fine. Like I said, it's fine if you're playing every day and you're decent at the game. You're gonna make that back. I mean, obviously, but if you're only playing 2-3 days a week like I am, I'm actually playing a little bit more often now because of the YouTube and success I'm having with that. In a week. Thank you guys, by the way. Already almost up to 700 channel views, almost 20 subscribers in less than a week. Blows my mind. Actually, shows me that you guys like what I'm doing. So thank you. But like, if you were to buy these 3 guns, you're gonna be out. You're gonna be out of GP if you only had 15,000. And if you only play every 2 days, you're gonna have 2,000 by the time those run out. Maybe 3 or 4. And then you're not even gonna have enough to buy another one. So you're gonna end up using an M16 with and you gotta buy vests and grenades and everything to keep up with everyone now. Since it's a pretty big it's not pay to play, but it's a lot of people will pay to play. Probably 50% of the communities has a bunch of NX speed gear and things. So, you have to be able to compete with that. So basically, it's just mapping out your expenses, how much it's going to cost you, and then figuring out what gun you like. If you like a certain gun and you want to just keep using that one, I would recommend that too. Learn a gun so you get a gun. With NX, it's a bit different. I'm a big competitive player. I'm not a huge public player, even though I do play it. I don't really buy guns. Just every random NX gun that comes out like that. Like, I don't go out, and pay, $10 or whatever to have that for 30 days. I don't really need it. I'm perfectly fine with an AK-74 or, a G3 or an M4. So, but a lot of players, like to do that, but you need to map it out. So let's say you want to buy an experience bonus for 250 items, which is like 3,000. And then, let's say you want a name change too. And that's going to be around 10,000. So it's going to be 13,000, 13,000 NX somewhere or other. And so before you go to the store or, whatever you're using to get that NX, you want to make sure you have an exact amount. If you have to get a calculator out and sit here in front of the computer and tap out the prices to figure out what you need, then you go ahead and do that. That's what you need to do. I've done that several times. To get the exact amount, because you don't want to come back and say, oh shit, I needed 1,000 more, and this blows. Now I can't get what I want to, or I I got way too much NX. I have 10,000 I don't know what to do with, which isn't usually a big problem. Usually you can find out what to do with that. But actually, if you have extra NX, buying some GP cases wouldn't be a bad idea. So like I said, there's tons of options. I'm actually a platinum, which is surprising, probably because I bought all those GP cases to get up to 800,000. But for a person like me who can go out and buy a 25k NX card, GP isn't really a problem. Because if I run out, like I said, when I started on this account, it was like 20,000, and I just bought like $20, $50 worth of NX or worth of GP cases, and you can get back up to where you want. You can, it's a guaranteed 10,000 per GP case, so you can use these standard, the regular ones that only range for a little bit, or I prefer to buy the hazard ones just because of the risk. I mean, I guess you might get a little less because of the variability, but I prefer the hazard just because you can almost get 1 million. I actually bought the extremes, the ones that went to 10 million, but so and they're only $1, and it's a guaranteed 10,000 GP, so it's not a bad deal if you're completely out and you want to continue playing on that account. A rank like mine, you don't want to start over from scratch, so you just buy some cases and you're good to go. And I have all this specialist stuff because I was just screwing around. If you guys saw the boost video, I was screwing around with some friends last night on this game, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was walking around with a claymore and dropping it at their feet and blowing them up and stuff. So when you have tons of GP like this, you can kind of waste it a little bit. I definitely don't want to get any lower than 500,000 though, because I like being able to buy guns to do some videos and stuff. Alright, but I would actually recommend not buying specialist stuff until you have at least over, I would say at least over 150,000, unless you're going to be playing Fireteam all day and making that GP back, because it's about 20,000 GP to buy a specialist for 7 days, and gear is like 3,000 for 7 days, or sometimes for 1 day. I think the turret's like 3,000 for 1 day, so you kind of have to, really map that out. If you're going to be spending in big numbers like that, it's really easy to just spend all your GP and then you go, what the hell happened? I actually won the 1 million case with the first GP case I ever bought, like back in 2009 on this account. And I was actually at one point like number 3 in a game for wealthiest merc or whatever. And like I said, I was back down to 20,000 because I bought specialists and mercs and everything. I actually have that classic Declan from before they nerfed the Declan. But that's basically, you can buy mercs, whatever. But basically that's it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, and thank you guys for all the support. All right, bye.